tilapia, your edible garden fish. This tank is about a 1,300-gallon tank. Tilapia in there about 10 to 12 inches long. There's about 80 of them in this tank. As you can see the water, I can see right to the bottom. It's about 5 feet deep. I have my plant life, which is essential to these ponds. These are actually floating beds, floating grass beds. You can see that grass is growing like mad because of the nutrient-rich water, and it provides a really good environment for the fish. The actual tilapia love to actually eat and graze on that grass and those vines that come down, actually the roots that come down, sorry, and the fish like to actually feed on those little roots and nibble on them. You can see some of those tilapia in there are pretty big. Actually, this is the adult tank and the breeding tank. The babies come up from the top, and actually put the babies tank here. There's about 700, 800 babies. These are the Egyptian tilapia. And then over here, this is the juvenile tank. These tilapia are maybe 4 or 5 inches in this blue tank here. You take a look here. I'm going to start to feed them. Feed them about once or twice a day. They're popping. Just feed them regular floating food. They're hungry. They're always hungry. Especially these little babies over here. This whole setup was made at a really affordable price. You'll be baffled how cheap I made this, especially this huge tank and this system here, which is actually pretty interesting. There's actually a giant biofiltration system that I made at an unspeakably cheap price, and I'll explain that all later on. I'll explain all this whole system. Big bio, there's a lot of bio going on here to get these ponds to run like this, you know, so that water stays clean. And then the excess water, once it's ready to be changed, I take it over here to my little garden. It's got a mess back here now, but you know, I got my squash and my green peppers and bell pepper. You can see a little bell pepper growing there. And I got green beans, baby green beans growing. That's not doing too bad, this heat here. It's about 105 degrees out here right now. This is actually, tank is in the works for all the babies. And this tank right here just pumps babies out. I mean, you can see it. There's little tiny babies on the surface now. I can't seem to catch those. They're very fast. But there's about 130 of them in this big tank here. And I'll have some more updates as we go along.